Okay, so now we're ready to promote our ADDC. So we can go here to Server Manager. And we will add roles. So here are some things we need to check. Administrator account has a strong password, static IP addresses are configured, and the latest Windows updates are installed. We didn't really run the Windows updates, but we should be okay. We'll click Next. What we want to have is, to start out, Active Directory domain services, and whenever you install that, you also have to add .NET Framework on it. And we'll go ahead and do Next. Read through the items here. We'll do Next. And then we will install this particular set of roles. So the Active Directory Domain Services and the .NET Framework 3.5.1. Okay, now it's going to give us a error message about Windows Automatic Updating not being installed. We're going to ignore that. And what we do want to do here is to close this wizard and launch the Active Directory Domain Services Installation Wizard, or dcpromo.exe. So we're going to click that. Scroll up just a little bit and it went disappeared. Let's analyze this and see it's fine here. And we'll do next on this. And we'll do next here. We're going to create a new domain and a new forest. And we'll do .com on this. So I'm going to call mine networkexperience.com. netwexp.com. You'll name yours whatever you want it to be. And we're going to put this out actually to 2008 R2. Because this is our only Active Directory domain controller. We would go back to 2003, for instance, if we had an existing 2003 Active Directory domain controller, but we don't. We need to add DNS. And we'll say, yes, we want to continue. And we'll do here. Now this password is not your normal password. This is a restore mode password. And we can review our selections, and then we can do next here. So what it's going to do is go ahead and install DNS. And then it is going to set up the Active Directory. Now we can go ahead and finish the wizard. And we are going to restart our machine. And this can take some time to get set up. Okay, now we're going to do our Control-Alt insert on the Windows machine. And now you're going to notice that the domain has changed. You can still use your administrator password because that will now transfer over. But at this point, you need to start thinking in terms of domain passwords, usernames and passwords, and then local machine usernames and passwords, and they are different other than this particular one. And to verify that everything is set up correctly here, obviously you can go to, you can look here and see that the roles have been added here in just a moment. So DNS server, Active Directory domain services, and then these particular features. But if you go to Start, you go to Administrative Tools, and then Active Directory users and computers. This is where you actually go in and set up new users in Active Directory. So we go to networkexperience.com. We can look at users, and here are all of the different users that are set up on this machine. These are a bunch of groups, and we've got a guest user. We normally would turn that off. We have this user here that came over as well. And so that will do it for this particular video. So we've actually promoted our Active Directory domain controller.